Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We continue with our recitation of the compositions of Bhagat Kabir Ji in Rag Gaudi Purbi and the recitation. Rag Gaudi Aas Paas Ghan Turasi ka Birava माज बनारस गाऊ रे वहाँ का स्वरूप देख मोही गुआर ने मोको छोड़ना आऊ न जाहू रे तोहे चरण मन लागो सारंग धर सो मिले सो वड भागो रहाओ वृंदावन में है वृंदावन हरन मनोहर कृष्ण चरावत गाऊ रे जाको ठाकुर तुही सारंग धर मोहे कबीरा नाऊ रे वृंदावन वृंदावन मन हरन मनोहर कृष्ण चरावत गाऊ रे जाका ठाकुर तुही सारंग धर Mohe Kabira Naure. Another short passage, but with profound imagery, metaphor. Kabir Ji has used the image of Krishna and the gopis, the cowgirls, who were fascinated with him, or let us put it this way, whom he had hypnotized with his flute. And Kabir Ji has used that imagery to deliver a message, to deliver a gurmat message to us. We shouldn't be taking this description of Krishna and the cowherds literally, because this is, again, a metaphor for the mind, the heart, and the self. So with that in mind, let's consider the passage. Aas Paas Ghan Turasi ka Birava. Turasi ka Ghan comes from Ghana, which means thick, dense. Turasi ka Birava is the Tulsi plant. It's a bitter plant and is believed to have medicinal properties. And as a matter of fact, in India, it's literally worshipped. It's considered very auspicious. Maj is middle, and Gurayan, cowgirls. So what Kabir Ji is saying is, surrounded by dense Tursi trees, Aas Paas Ghan Turasi ka Birava, and in the middle of the forest, Maj Bana, a soft waft of love songs emanates from the cowherd's flute, ras gaun of it. And upon seeing that sight, Waka Sarupa dekh, the cowgirls are amazed and beg him not to leave. So the cowherd is not explicitly mentioned, but it is an obvious pointer to Krishna, who casts a hypnotic spell. So in here, there are layers after layers of meaning, and I would invite the listener to actually reflect on this, because the fascination of the cowgirls could be symbolic of the fascination that we have for the world of Maya. It's hypnotic on the one hand, and on the other hand, Krishna can also be the soul, the self within. So, there is this dual role. Krishna is also the mind that gets fascinated by Maya. Krishna is also the self. So it's Krishna at both ends. So Gurbani has used, as you know, many words, terms that were current then. And Krishna obviously has to be perhaps the most popular in northern India at the time. But you see the point. The point is that the gurus have received words and terms and then given it their own meanings. And that is what has to be borne in mind, or else we run the risk of getting too literal and converting this into some meaning. I mean, it's not meaningless, but it is not the point that we are trying to look at. Because in the Rahautuk, Kabirji makes that pretty obvious. He's now saying, Tohe charan man lago saring dhar, so mile jo bad bhago. So he is saying that Krishna is really the Sarangadhar, the master of the universe. They're using that term for the master of the universe. And fortunate are they who have found union with that master. Vrindavan man rehna haran manohar, Krishna charavat gaure. So in Vrindavan did the hypnotic Krishna take his cattle to graze. And you are the master of the universe. I am your slave. Kabira is my name. Now it is not for nothing that Kabir has used Kabira, because he's trying to make a distinction between the self and the outward mind. And so this is one way of doing it. And this is one way of humility, if you will, but at the end of the day, this is also, Kabira is the mind that is outward looking, that is seeking to find union. So there are some very subtle distinctions. It's not possible to go to actually have a long discussion when we want to limit ourselves to 10 minutes. But I would offer to you that this passage is worthy of some deep, deep reflection. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.